Good evening, guys. Let me get comfortable. Looks a little weird. Color's a little weird, but I have all the lights on. What's going on? A little music. I'm using the iPad because I really do want to get used to it. Camera's over here. It's very different in a little box like this. You know, when you're in your car and it's on the holder, that doesn't bother me, but in the house, it's different. Good evening. I am going to catch up, touch base. Things have changed. Still making money, still earning money. However, I have to go out early. I went out later. I shouldn't even bothered because I had a feeling, let me call that place. And they're closing earlier than 8 o'clock. A lot of the places. They're only opening up during the day to keep business running. I hope you can hear me. I'm speaking loud because the first time I used this to record live, I noticed my volume was really low and I have it on high. But I'm trying to keep a little bit of a distance because it's weird. It's weird. So I called, and what do you know, they were closed. And then I got 3 Uber Eats, and that was it. Said I might as well go home, do a few things, test out alive, share with you a couple of pieces of information. Ooh, that's a good one. And emotions are high. You have to understand, guys. People are panicking. I know it's a privilege to use these apps. However, there are people that they don't want to leave their homes. They're afraid. Hello, Frank? Is that Frank from Queens? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Hello, Barbie T. Hello, Sharon Rice from Idaho. Hey, hello. Thanks for joining in. I'm not used to the little iPad. It's different. Just as an example, I'm looking like I'm looking at the desktop. People are on edge because they don't know when their next dollar is coming in. They don't know how they're going to pay their rent. They're taking care, like some people I know are caregivers. They're taking care of family members. You know, repeat customers. They use the services once a week. Kids are home. That limits people from going out and earning income unless you're in the medical field. You know, unless you're at the hospitals and at the safe havens to help people with the virus, people are stuck. And they don't know where their next buck's coming in. And they don't know how they're going to make ends meet. And a lot of places I deliver to, they don't own their homes. I live very small, and I'm very blessed. But I do own it. You know, I worked hard to pay it off. You know, I lived small, so I could do that. A lot of people have these beautiful homes, and they're not working. The kids are home. It's added stress. And if you have children, now they're taking courses on the computers, and parents have to be teachers too. And they're home, and they're worrying, I'm not making money. Not everybody earns money when they don't go to work. That's why I said I recommend listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I just keep listening to it, and I continue to understand it. Half the stuff this man says in the book, in this story, I already did. I've already experienced, and at least I have a little bit of income coming in online, and I'm going out. And I am earning a little bit of money every day. It's not as much, but I'm also not driving as much. I'm also not using as much gas. There's less traffic out on the road. At least I'm earning something every day if I choose to get out there and earn it. Thanks for the thumbs up. God, that looks so nice on there. Wow. I did look at it. The picture is so much nicer. And I know it is. Camera's over here. Very strange because I'm used to looking right at the camera on top. So I delivered right down the street. I did a double pickup. That was it. I said I'm calling it a night. And the app's glitchy. Now, I know people said that Uber Eats showed the pickup and drop off. But mine didn't up until yesterday. Yes, the quality is nice. Heard Instacart would be hiring a ton of shoppers. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. Hey, Dave. Connecticut. Hello, Connecticut. Hi, Rideshare Lisa. I'll get to that in a moment. So, today's really the first day. I know what people mean. It gives you the pickup and tells you the drop off. It didn't do that up until today. But now when I pull up to a drop off, unless I touch the screen, the notes aren't coming up. You know, contact free delivery. Now, I'm just assuming everyone wants that. And I delivered to this guy a while ago, and he was odd. And I don't feel he's special ed or handicapped. I just feel he's a little bit weird. I'm allowed to feel that way. He's odd. I mean, it was a long time ago. I said he tried to pick me up. He was leaning into my car. I was like, hey, buddy, I got to get going. I have deliveries here. And he was like trying to pick me up like a date. It was weird. And I remember doing a video about that. So now I go to the house. I go, oh, it's that weirdo guy. I remember him. But I see him in the window and he's going, like, why is the guy doing that? So I get up to the stairs and I stay a healthy distance. And I see him in the doorway. You know how the front door has glass. It's all shaded glass. And I went like this and I put the food down. I turn around and I start walking away. I mean, I was definitely 20 feet away from the door because I already knew this guy was going to be a little weird. So when I heard him open the door, I'm already on the sidewalk. I went, have a good night. I figured, be nice. Even though you think he's a little odd, be nice. Be professional and nice. I was like, have a good night. I said, have a good evening. And he was like, contact-free delivery! Like he yelled at me. I gave him a thumbs down. There was no reason for that. None. The way he screamed at me, the way he yelled at me, but then you got to think, not everybody's grounded. Not everybody's staying cool, collected. Not everybody will. I will say leave a door. I feel Uber should give us... Ooh. But that's my point. When I got to the car and I put the phone back on the holder, I tapped, and then the notification pops up. Special instructions. No contact delivery. Well, I just assumed that. But it's after the fact. It doesn't pop up unless I finally figured it out. When I get to a delivery, I should just tap the screen because there's a glitch. And then the notification will come up if it's a contact-free delivery. I mean, even when people don't put that note in, they're not taking it personal. I am, healthy distance. But I mean, I was 20 feet away and this guy was screaming at me. So I gave him a thumbs down. I said, rude customer. There was no reason for that. So you got to be careful. I'm going to, I've never done that. Maybe once, if I did do it. I've given a restaurant a couple of thumbs down. Well, you know what's so weird, Hogan reports? I mean, here's a story to tell you. I was at the Taco Bell in Merrick, and the first couple of days, they're like drive-through only. Don't come inside. You need to swipe to see. I'm always double checking. I will do that now. Take screenshots on the contact free, as they've been trying to say they did not receive. That's going to happen. I can't. Oh, God. I'm sure that's a scam to see if they can get free food. Absolutely. I go there last night, and I went out and I did 4 more deliveries because it's changed. I have to go out in the late morning, early afternoon if I want to earn money. It's just the way it is. I went out tonight. I went out last night. I only got 4 orders. And then it was over like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Nobody's on the roads. Places are closed. But yes, we all should be wearing gloves. Most are contact-free deliveries. Yes. Contact-free. So, it's a good idea, Sharon. So, I'm waiting in line, and the woman when I got up to the window, they tell me to come to the window. She goes, the woman inside said you got to go around and come on in. I'm like, but the past few days they told me drive-through. You come in now. So now, she was nasty, and she was. I was like, okay. And I've been very nice to the workers, because I'm sure they have to listen to all the new rules and everything going on. I get it. But they're still in business. It's not like, windows are open. You're still delivering. You're still preparing food. You still have your hours. In a place like that, they're not closing early. I don't believe they are. So I pull around and I go inside, and there's 2 people in there. She was like, make sure you stand behind the line. Your bag doesn't belong on the counter. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't even be in here. So I said, okay, thank you. She was nasty. I reported her to Grubhub. Then a customer walked in after the 2 people waiting, and I walked in, and they're like, no, only 3 people at a time. And he was screaming at the customer, and the customer left. She was like, well, where's the note? Like, why'd you let me in? The doors shouldn't even be open. Burger King in my area, you don't walk in. It's closed. Drive-through only. McDonald's, you don't come in. It's closed. Drive-through only. Taco Bell shall follow lead too. Wendy's, the doors are closed. Drive-through only. Gotta wait your turn. Just the way it is. So I reported her because they seemed as if, I was still nice, but I reported her. I let them know that I walked in, I went right back. And they completely ignored me. And then finally, after like 8 minutes, someone said, what order are you here for? The woman that got mad at me the first time, which she shouldn't have, because I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just following your instructions, and you're still yelling at me. I understand everybody's on edge, especially people who live paycheck to paycheck, have no other source of income, have their kids home. Now they're taking care of other people too. Their lives have changed. I get it, but we're all in it together. Even landlords, they have responsibilities. People go, well, they're landlords, they can afford it. Well, it's not their fault that you made the choices you did for your life. They don't have to give you free rent. I know they have to follow rules to help ease the pain with people without money coming in, but why should someone else pay for someone else to live? It's a mess. Everybody's on edge. So the point of it all is, guys, you got to do your best to be nice. Yeah, I reported her, but I was also very nice to her, and they weren't nice to me. And today I didn't get any Taco Bell orders from there. Stand your ground. We shouldn't have to leave our car if they have a drive-through. Some Taco Bells during the virus. It makes sense. But then they lose hours. If that's true, people are losing hours. So I'm learning now. Now it's another learning curve. I'm learning what places are open. I'm learning their hours. I'm so grateful I have a few diners. I've been really doing diner pickups. At least they're staying open till 8 or 9. And just now I had a double pickup right in my own town. That one guy was weird, but he deserved a thumbs down. There was no reason to do that. You know. So, there's a lot of things going on. So that happens. We have to adjust. I really want to ride out this wave. I was ready to make a change, but now I'm forced to stand back, to take a step back like everyone else. So I want to be as nice as possible I can to people. You have to be understanding to younger people because they never went through any hard times. Like, you have life experience. We've gone through a few things already. Okay, we understand that this is a part of life. But to a young person, it's their first time really getting hit hard with something major like this. Have a heart, but don't let them treat you like shit. You know, it's just not happening. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Bobby. So, Rideshare Lisa, thank you for leaving a comment. I uploaded a video earlier about Robinhood. Something shady going on there. And I caught them in the act. And I've expected it before, but I couldn't prove it because I was really new and I wasn't sure what I was doing. And I don't like what went down, and I'm waiting for a reply. Thank you, Rideshare Lisa. I'm letting you know that whoever left a comment, I forget who, putting down other channels and calling people lazy asses, fat, lazy asses, or whatever, don't leave a comment at all. You don't appreciate someone's content, don't watch them. It's a simple solution. But I really don't want you to, I mean, the person had nothing to do with my video, and you're ragging on another channel, putting them down. Don't watch them. There's a couple of people I don't enjoy, and what do? I just don't watch them. You know, I watch the other 20 channels that I'm into. Medical supply and food delivery during virus too. I wish it was in this area. I did watch Pay to Drive. I left Robinhood, shady app. They know most people are their apps are beginners. I left Robinhood. Oh yeah, I saw your comment. And because now I gained experience. Hello, Ida Hat. What's going on? I'm waiting for a reply before I transfer all my money to Fidelity. I saw an ad. They said it was free to join. I gave it a try. There's no other reason why I chose Fidelity. I wanted to practice, and they allowed me to open an account. I was thinking of moving all my money over there because I really do believe, I have it on video. What happened? I didn't cancel those orders, and they moved my money around. That would be some profit. Waiter went really high and I sold half of them, or most of them, and I left a couple of hundred. But it's okay. It's like 160, 170. Yeah, we'll see what happens for the future. I gave myself a few extra bucks and I reinvested some of it. You said that. Look into TD Amatrade. Okay. I will. Everything takes time. But I'm going to wait before I move anything. I'm very sad about that. But, you know, somebody made a comment, they're going to send me an article because it was an ETF. It doesn't matter what it was. The point is, somebody chose to reinvest my money and cancel my orders, and they had no right to. No right to. And I have the paper trail of all the shares that I bought. Going down to 6,000. Well, I'm buying for a little bit of short term. I'm studying. I'm very new. I made a little bit of a profit. I made some mistakes when I first joined, and then I got a good chunk back recently, and it was a good call with Waiter, but I left a couple of hundred shares in there, and I'm not going to touch it for a while. If it goes really high again, maybe I'll sell 50. It gave me money to play with, gave me a few bucks. I'm teaching myself. But it's just a little stream coming in. I'm just practicing, but I want to hear what they have to say. Somebody moved my money around. Has a great video about TD. The channel name of Bell. Now that I gotta write down. So I'm not gonna rewatch this video. Bell. A-M, oh no. A-R, so hard on this screen. A-R-V-A-B-E-L-L-E T-D Amatrade. Thank you, Bobby T. What else, guys? I guess I should have... Emotions are really high right now. They're running high. Because there are people that are making extra money and they're booming in their industry. Because there are kind of stores like food stores and stuff. They need help. As you said, Lyft is delivering. So I watched Pete. A restart. New World order coming on their White Horse. We are in a restart. New World order coming on their White Horse. I agree. This is a second chance to... I'm teaching myself. I need to eventually live off of my assets, what my assets earn me someday. But I'm working on there. I'm getting there. I agree with you, Ida Hat. It's going to be a new day. It's forcing people to take a step back. I feel the world was getting a little greedy. You know, I know this is a bit off topic, but the people that I feel so many greedy corporations and businesses, no matter what the size, let things slide for so long. They got cheap help. They're just getting by. They're producing. They're getting their money. Not really training people. People not really learning what they have to do. Eventually, everything came crashing down. Because cleaning, people got sick because so many things are... People are turning a blind eye and going, well, if it works, I don't care how they do it. We're forced to slow down for, but absolutely. They were forced to slow down for a little bit. Next is the Red Horse. Lots of laughs. Red Horse. I gotta look that up. I guess you mean, you know, it's gonna be profitable, I guess. Red Horse? So, that was my experience. I feel greed got in the way and it's making everybody step back. You know, no matter what the job is, you got to train people to do their job right. And make sure that they're doing it right. You know, a war. Got it. So you think war's next, huh? I hope not. Got it, Ida Hat. You taught me something. What else? That's really it. Just my experience. I'm still earning money. Going to ride out the wave. But I won't let people treat me like garbage. That's not going to happen. Because I'm out there working because I need the money. And I'm doing the best I can to be nice to you. You know. And people do appreciate... I didn't do any Postmates. People do appreciate the service. But people are panicking and people are fearful. And it's overkill. Like I'm seeing people walk down the street, nobody's around you. What do you got a mask on for? Where I saw some very cool collective people walking down the street up to a strip mall about to go into the store. They had their mask on their chin and then they put their mask on. I mean, nobody's around. This isn't New York City where you go outside and you're on top of people. I could walk a mile and not have anyone around me. I live in Long Island. So I find it very strange that some people are really overkill with it. You know, no one's in your space. Good to have it on underneath your chin or on top of your head. So if you happen to walk near people or walk into a place, you could just put it over your mouth. I get it. But people are really going crazy about it. Yeah, we have open fields here. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. Absolutely. I mean, I could walk down Merrick Road, nobody's around me. I don't want a mask on my face. But everybody's different. I get it. But don't let people treat you like crap, guys. Just not gonna happen. What else? I did that. I did the delivery. I called. I knew the place was closed early. I got food from a restaurant, and when I walked in, they had a big sign on the counter. I went and got a pizza, and they said, "Please don't lean on the counter. Please stand 6 feet away. There's a pen there. Please take a pen." He had his glove on. They were taking precaution. Dining room was cut off. One by one, please. Sign says, "Please wait outside till the customer leaves the counter," because it's a tiny area. I have no problem getting food from this place at all. They're taking all the necessary steps to help keep everyone safe and, safe and not get sick. Oh God, there was something else. I guess that's it for now. Thanks for the thumbs up. It does look great on there. God, that orange is so orange. The writing, no pixels. I don't see any pixels. It's great. And I'm still working on that new page, but it's coming along. MyIncomeJob.com. Please give a visit. And I got a lot of work to do. I did watch Pay to Drive, and he did make a really good point. He didn't compare himself to first responders. I happen to agree with him. I'm not in the same category as a first responder. I'm making people's lives a little easier, and the service is still needed because people are afraid to leave their homes. But a first responder, sorry. Even the people who go food shopping, I will not put them in the category of a first responder. First responders are trained to resuscitate, trained to get someone to a hospital if need be, trained to fix someone in their home without bringing them to a hospital. I am not in that same category, nor are shoppers. We are doing something good, but we're not. Don't ever put me in the category of a first responder. I don't feel that way at all. And that's It is insulting. It is. Because I don't have that kind of training. I can help someone. I've helped people. And they're very appreciative. But I happen to agree with you. As a paramedic, please don't put me in that category because it is insulting. I agree with you, Bobby T. He was 100% right, Pay to Drive. Exactly, emergency workers. Yep, thank you. So I'm listening to some channels and they're comparing themselves to first responders. Far from it. But good try. You could go to school and become a first responder if that's what you want to do. You should. Oh, thank you for agreeing with me. I thought I was being a bitch. I'm sorry I cursed twice in this video, but sometimes you gotta curse a little bit. I'm not a first responder. Live bright. We aren't even close. You got that right. Not even close. Thank you, Bobby T. So guys, I'll be out during the day. My plan is to work, throughout the course of the day I know I brought my car in the other day. A big story happened with my car. And new people took over and they didn't do an oil change. I have seen people try to compare us to nurses. And yeah, I just, are you serious? No, sorry. We're not nurses. We're not doctors. Let's be real. We're not firemen. See you, Ida Hat. You have a good one. I hope you make some money tomorrow. I got off track. But you get it. Thanks for agreeing with me. And that's that. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. And I like this. I'm going to get used to the iPad. It is better quality. But I got to look over here. It's so weird. I'm so used to looking up there. And for now, that's that. Pay to Drive is right. We're not first responders. But good try. Oh, my car. Hello, thank you, Frank. Have a good evening. New owners took over. The guy was crazy. I got really upset. I didn't want to say anything. So my old mechanic got a hold of me. And I'm so happy he called because I told him what happened. And tomorrow he's going to give it a quick oil change. I said, the guy wouldn't do an oil change. And I asked him, going on 7,000 miles, my car is old. And he was like, bring it in. And now I have a new place to go to. So if I ever need a mechanic, it's only one town away. I know where I can leave my car if they're not there. I know the process. I got their phone number. Very nice people. We are essential, but we're not first responders, Ida Hat. Do you agree with that? I see a thumbs up. I need an oil change. Probably get that done tomorrow. And I'm so happy my old mechanic called me, and he's at someplace else on the other side of town. I'm so grateful. And it was nice to meet them. And now I know where to go if I need something. I'm so happy. Thank you, Ida Hat. We are essential, but we're not first responders. Thank you, Ida Hat. Yeah, you got to do that, Bobby T. And my car's older, so he's going to change the filter and give it an oil change and make sure that I feel they did work on the car, but for some reason this man argued with me about an oil change. Well, since I've been driving, I've always been told how important the basic little maintenance matters to keeping a car running smoothly. You know, I just don't get that. I didn't want to argue with the man. So I was happy my mechanic contacted me. And tomorrow's going to do it, and I'm going to work. Just have a work kind of day. Hopefully, my goal is to get 12 deliveries a day. I'm very grateful until this is all over. Thanks again for the thumbs up. Now I'm really going to go. It's getting over 30 minutes. It was a real pleasure. Thanks for joining in. I'll be around, and I'll go live the next time it feels right. Thanks, guys. If you got to work, I hope you earn a lot of money. Yes, that's what I brought it in for, but Andy's going to look over it. Honest, true blue, and I'm so happy you called me. I said, they told me they looked over the belts, checked all the fluids, rotated the tire. The car feels good, but for some reason he told me he did not do an oil change. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I wasn't going to argue with someone. You know, he said he put a little oil in. Well, I could have done that. Even the new people that I met, they were like, really? That's what he said? I said, yeah, that's what he said. So, and then I'm going to work. Guys, if you got to work, I hope you earn a lot of money. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. We are essential. Bye, guys.